All right, guys, we are back again, and I know some of you guys are really disappointed that you don't get to do a cow eye dissection this year, but I brought along a great student, your favorite, so...
That's right, hi.
We're gonna do this, and let's get started. Oh, there we go. Okay, so... No, we don't play with that.
Sorry.
I know some of you guys are going to be kind of grossed out by this, but this is just a bag of eyes. And there's one for Mr. Dirksen.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's
one.
That's awesome. Get a good close look at that.
Oh, I only have 4 of them. I don't have 6. There's just a whole bunch of connective tissue on this one.
Oh.
A lot of it. Alright, so we're going to start where we kind of have to start, which is removing all the connective tissue. And there's no real pretty way to do this. There's nothing exciting about this. But we are going to remove basically everything around here so we can just have the eye with basically this portion here exposed, which is called the sclera. So we're going to start cutting. We may cut and paste and chop a little bit. The video.
Right. Video.
So.
Not limbs, whatnot.
No.
It smells like a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Grab your scissors.
Oh, scissors.
Yeah, they're way better at doing this. And just start slicing them.
Oh, man. Oh, that feels, sick.
Sick as in like good.
Like I can just pull that back?
Yeah. Just start cutting as close to the eye as you can get.
Oh, man. What if I cut the eye?
You won't be able to with this.
Oh.
It's actually way tougher than you think it is.
This feels disgusting.
Well, that's
Fun, but disgusting.
it's the new normal. That's what we're doing nowadays.
This is the new normal.
This is how we cope with COVID.
Oh man.
That'd be a great thing to do, coping with COVID. Eyeball
Coping
dissection edition.
with COVID. I like it.
So you don't have to be very precise with this portion here. We're just removing all the stuff around the outside here, like this right here that I'm cutting off.
I feel like I'm cutting, but it's not doing anything.
You just gotta kind of use the back side of the scissors there. Actually fairly dull.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. But this back part here, this is all the muscles that would be used to move the eye around so they can see in different directions. So all this pink stuff is muscle tissue, which is kind of cool.
All the pink stuff.
All the pink stuff is muscle tissue. All the white stuff doesn't even actually really have much blood supply to it. It's just kind of...
Can I use my knife?
You can use your knife if you want to. I'm just telling you. Straight up.
Let's see.
So, there you go. I've removed this wad of connective tissue and muscle. You can see a whole bunch of eyelashes in there. So, now that I've removed all of that, I'm going to grab my knife while my student...
There we go. Knife.
For the win.
Works better. For me. Only because the blade is sharp.
Well, these are brand new blades. I did give you a brand new blade against my better judgment.
Well, the nice thing is, if I slice my finger, it'll just kind of blend in with everything else. So,
Aww,
that makes sense.
that does.
I want everybody to know we follow WCB practices here at the school.
Yeah.
And social distancing. I know from the angle it looks like we're close, but really we're far away.
This is all CGI.
Yeah.
We're in front of a green screen and I've just closed the gap.
Hey, what about this thing?
We're gonna
cut that.
I'm cutting that all off as well.
Okay, so that doesn't matter if I cut it.
No. We're gonna remove all that. So this particular cow, his name was Chuck.
Good guy.
As in Chuck Beef.
That was a good one. Oh, mistress.
Kids, you don't know that, but that's a cut of beef. It's just Chuck. So I'm cleaning mine up as much as I can while I wait for you.
Well, I am too. Like, I'm not... You said I can pull this grave thing off?
Yeah, you can pull it back. I'm cutting that off right now. This just really takes 5 minutes to kind of cut around it. And just pull it back and just cut little bits of the sinew off. And ideally what we'd like to get to is something fairly similar to this, where we have, turn my mic around here so you can hear this a bit better, where we have just this, what's called the sclera. This is the outer part of the eye, which is, which you're going to find out pretty soon here, is surprisingly tough.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to just get rid of this stuff, and it's proving to be difficult.
Yeah.
So I am truly a student here. I've never done this before. I know it's probably hard to believe, looking at my work, that I've never done this before, but that is truth. Mr. S is a science guru, so I told him I wanted to do this video with him so I could learn. I know you guys wish your fingers were deep in eyeballs right now, but so it is.
You're probably all eating breakfast right now.
Nothing like a good bowl of soggy porridge.
You know, a couple of years ago I walked around when my kids did this and I had a knife in my hand and I was cutting mango and eating mango as they were all doing this, and I had one young lady almost toss her cookies at the prospect of eating whilst doing this.
That would probably make sense.
That's probably the logical, a lot more sane thing to be feeling.
Wow, this eyeball is tough.
Yeah, it's surprisingly resilient, and I think ours are built just like this except for a slightly different pupil.
What's the size difference for humans compared to a cow eye?
I have no idea. I've never cut out a human's eye.
Good answer. Just gonna throw out these questions every now and again to test
my scientific knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna clean up the backside of mine, and what I will do here in a few seconds is I will trade you, and you can have this really nice clean eye.
Does this one not look good? What else do I
know
need?
You're doing pretty good. Actually, maybe even a bit ahead of me. Congratulations. The student has become the master.
I like it. I like it. I may call you Master Shifu every now and again. Because I just watched Kung Fu Panda. Good show.
Now we're going to be locked out of YouTube because we mentioned something on someone else's property.
Whoops.
Master Achu.
Master something.
Okay, so I just want to expose one last thing on this just so everyone can see it. On the back of the eyeball is the optic nerve. So I'm just cutting off as much stuff as I can to expose. I left my optic nerve a bit long as I was doing this.
Oh, maybe I already messed. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, the little nub, that's your optic nerve.
That's the optic nerve. Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to cut some of my stuff off right here.
See? The optic nerve.
The nerve.
That's the nerve.
That's the nerve. That is what's connected directly to your brain.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, yeah, it, hilariously enough, is surprisingly tough too. If I try and cut it, my scissors don't really want to, but there we go. It took a little bit of effort. And so that is a bit of optic nerve right there. White in the center is just tissue to go and send signals to your brain. All right, so now that we are where we are, we've cleaned off all of the connective tissue and the eyeball is bared down to the sclera. We're gonna start cutting into the eye now.
Yes.
So here, I'll give you my scissors and I'll take yours because mine might be sharper.
Oh.
What we're going to do is we're going to just make a small incision. So if this is the iris and the pupil and all the front of the eye, we're going to make a small incision this way on the opposite direction. And we basically just need to make it an incision. We're going to go over the same spot over and over and over again until we see a little bit of liquid come out.
Okay.
Now it's not going to squirt or anything like that. Here, I'm just about through here. You'll
I'm
just
wearing
see
my contacts. Oh, there we go. Gunk came out. Clear.
Yeah, so you can see it just getting a little bit
pus.
wet there on the side. So now that you're there, you take your scissors and you stick them inside of the hole you made. We're just gonna cut all the way around.
Whoa. Sweet. Seriously. This is my first time cutting an eyeball. Whoa, that feels gross. Is there gel stuff supposed to come out?
Yeah.
Oh man. How do your students handle this? I would feel like every year you would have a few that would just release their contents on the floor.
Every year there's at least one or two that are quite adamant that they can't participate.
That's jelly.
The ones that say they can't participate that are going to probably wet themselves, what I let them do is I let them be the photographers, videographers for the group. Okay, so I've cut mine in half. Mr. Dirksen is almost done cutting his in half.
There we go.
So the back of the eye is actually really pretty. Hold up your back of your eye to the camera here.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a seashell.
It is. It's actually like, every year I always marvel at how actually like legit pretty it is.
What's the pink stuff in there?
I have no idea.
Okay.
That may be your retina that we're scraping off. But, so I always marvel at how pretty that is because it just kind of catches the light in a really interesting way. I think that is the retina. So the back half of the eye, that's where your retina lives. The whole thing connects to here, to your optic nerve, sending the signal to your brain. The front of the eye is where the fun kind of is. So I'm going to set this down and leave it there. All right, Mr. Dirksen, we're going to remove our aqueous humor.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is just going to use our fingers and we're going to pry inside of this just a little bit. And what will come out with it is your lens.
Oh.
I'm going to put the front half of the eye down now. Your turn.
Oh, that's like Jell-O.
Yeah, it's really soft and squishy. And because it's in my refrigerator the whole weekend, it's kind of cold.
Wow. This does remind me of hospital food. Oh, can I say that on the YouTube?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
All right, so it's gelatinous and soft.
Mm-hmm. There's some goodness.
Okay, now this is the most delicate thing you have to do. We're going to take our fingers and we're just going to pry a little bit into the aqueous humor. And if you have any nails, you can just kind of release. There's a film around the front side of the lens. And you can kind of just use your fingers to pry into it. And what we want to do is we want to take that lens out. If we can get it out in one piece. Oh, and the black stuff on the front half here, this is a little bit of iris left over. The cow's eyes are black irised.
So
they don't have blue eyes.
I should be feeling in here to dig out?
You're just gonna, you're gonna use a nail just to kind of break through it. A film that's holding the lens in place. And just about there. Just about got my lens out. Okay, so the first time I did one of these, we had a bucket of sheep's eyes. So there is my aqueous humor. We had a bucket of sheep's eyes. And they were crazy old. And they were, and we pulled.
Got it.
You got it?
Sorry. Got excited. I'm just trying to pick it up.
Oh, you crushed yours a little bit. It takes very delicate hands.
No, I just destroyed that thing.
Okay.
Did I need to keep that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, good.
So this is your lens that's inside of your eye. It is a double convex lens. It is slightly less convex on the front side, slightly more on the back side.
More on the back side. Okay, so I know what is the front.
So this side over here is the front, this side over here is the back.
Oh, I kind of destroyed mine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wow. Sorry. Okay.
So the first year I did this, they were crazy old, and these things were like marbles. They were hard as a rock. Like we actually took them and bounced them off of the table.
Oh my.
They were that hard. These are so soft, so you can squeeze them a little bit and
Kind of like
flex.
a mushroom.
Yeah.
So it feels like to me, those canned mushrooms, you take them out, put them on your pizza.
Yeah.
Put one of these bad boys on there.
So these things are really easy to damage. And every year some kid gets the grand pleasure of being able to go and flex it and see how much pressure they can apply before it squishes and goos. But this is really, really sticky when it does it. I dropped it. So there we go. Do you want to squish yours on the camera here?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. Here we go.
Whoa. Maybe I didn't remove all the goo.
No, you've already, yours is a little bit crushed.
Oh, it's already crushed. Okay, that's
Here
what.
we
Yeah,
go.
mine's
Ready?
destroyed. Mine's done.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, that feels gross.
Oh! It's so gross. Ew, and all I have to clean my hands off is the vitreous humor. Or the aqueous humor.
Okay.
Oh, this is vitreous humor.
Yeah,
What
we
are saying
didn't-
aqueous humor?
We didn't really bring like cleaning supplies.
No, we didn't.
Just wipe our
Okay.
hands on the wall.
The front part of your eye.
We're still going.
We're still going.
Okay.
Okay. So all the time people are always, every year kids are amazed. So your pupil on the front side of your eye is just a hole. It is not actually like a black dot. It's just a hole.
That's what I noticed. I can see my finger.
So you can see your finger through it.
That is totally awesome.
So what happens is all the light that goes into the eye is kept in there, and so it absorbs all the light, and so none escapes. So it looks like a black
What?
dot. But it is in
Seriously?
fact just a hole that no light is escaping back out through.
That is awesome.
And cows have a oval-shaped pupil, so that's why this is not just a circle, it's kind of oval-shaped. And I'll turn it inside out here.
Whoa.
There. So that is the shape of the cow's pupil. Some of you guys are celebrating that you didn't have to do this year. Some of you guys are really sad.
Mm-hmm. You missed out. Seriously.
It's
That's awesome.
kind of cool, kind of gross all at once.
Don't lick your fingers.
No. But I don't know how we're going to shut our cameras off now.
Oh. Wow. With my forehead? Wait, I think my one knuckle is clear. Okay. Are we done?
We're done.
This is, okay. There. I hope you guys learned a lot from that. From Mr. S. I was the student. And yeah. That was awesome. I am sad that you guys didn't get to try this. That's very cool. Now I'm going to try to turn my camera off. Goodbye.